In today's video, we're going to be going through all things engagement, and we're going to be using a platform which I've recently discovered to help increase the engagement that I get on my business Instagram account, my personal Instagram account, and on my clients' Instagram accounts. Now, if you haven't heard of it, it's called $80. I'll pop a link to the software down below. You can literally use a desktop version, and it's super easy to use to engage with your ideal clients or customers through hashtags. Now, I know hashtags can be a little bit overwhelming and we're not quite sure how to kind of engage in like a really authentic way and in the right way to get that communication and conversation going. Now, in this video, I'm going to be showing you exactly how to use the software, how to engage, what types of comments you want to be leaving to actually get a response, and how this has actually made a massive difference in my business and on multiple accounts that I've managed. Now, if that sounds like something you are interested in, then let's just get started. Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, then hi, my name is Kelsey and I'm a social media marketing manager. I specialize in all things kind of content creation and management for social media accounts for small businesses. On this channel, I like to create content all around social media tips, growing your business, and all of that kind of thing. If that sounds like content that you are interested in, then please hit the subscribe button and give this video a big thumbs up if you do enjoy it. I'm also documenting my business journey as well on this channel in that vlog style, so if you are interested in kind of seeing how that unfolds, then make sure you check them out here on my channel. So if you haven't heard of what exactly $80 is, I'm going to talk you through exactly what it is and how you can use it. So $80 is based on a strategy made by Gary Vee, who is a marketing expert, and he really focuses on that genuine engagement that can actually build relationships and ultimately sales for your business. In a way, I'm going to read it here because I always get this bit wrong, which is the math behind why it's called $80. You basically leave your 2 cents, which is your opinion, i.e. a comment, on 9 different posts across 10 different hashtags. For every single hashtag, so for 10 hashtags, you need to engage with 9 posts within that hashtag group and leave your comment. So the way that works out with the maths, I'll pop it on screen, Cody will pop it on screen, so it's basically 0.2, which is your 2 cents, times the 9 posts, times 10, equals $1.80, which is where the name comes from. Now, I just want to clear that up because it's a little bit confusing. Sometimes it doesn't make sense. But yeah, that's the basics of the name, just so you know. Now, the whole purpose of it is so you can leave really positive comments that actually strike conversation and engagement on your account and on other people's accounts as well. This then gives you the opportunity to boost your awareness, your engagement, and ultimately building your community as well. Now, if you're wondering if this is something for you, if you're a brand, a small business, an influencer, social media manager, or just your personal account you're looking to grow, this will work for you. You need to have a bit of an understanding of hashtags, which is what we're going to talk about here in this video, and I'm going to just show you exactly how you can get started with it so it works for you and your Instagram account. Using $80 is going to be so good for your account because it means that you can engage with the right people and ultimately you're going to see growth. We were struggling to grow our Instagram account and ultimately get businesses engaged with our content and aware of us until we started using this account. We were stuck at about, I think it was like 700-800 followers for a very long time, and no, it isn't all about followers, but if they're the right followers, then yes, it is. But we couldn't seem to get people to follow us, and as social media managers, we were like, what are we doing wrong? Like, we're seeing our clients' accounts grow, we're seeing our personal accounts grow and other things grow, but nobody wanted to engage with our content until we started engaging with them a lot more. And that's where we're over, I think we're nearly 1.2k now, which is massive in literally a month or so. So our growth has been really good, and it's definitely down to the efforts we're putting in with $80. So you're gonna wanna head to $80.com. Now on there, you're gonna be able to see the whole homepage. Now you're gonna wanna sign up or log in if you've already got an account. One thing they are doing, it's got a free membership of premium access at the moment. If you hit the link in the description below, it will take you straight there and you'll be able to sign up for this free month of premium access as well, which is obviously really good. So if you click to log in, you can see exactly what my dashboard looks like. Now, one thing that I've noticed that I didn't realise at the start is with $80, you can sign up for a premium account, and then that premium account will work on any Instagram account you have logged in at the time. So at this current moment in time, I'm logged in on my business account. Now in the top right hand corner, you'll see what Instagram account you're logged in as, and that's the one you're going to be engaging with. So for me, this works really well because it means I can do it for my clients, it means I can do it for my personal account, and I can do it for my business account, which just makes life a lot easier. So whatever one you're logged in on, that's the one you're going to be acting on. So just to clear things up, on the homepage, you're going to have a bunch of posts. Now you can organise these by the top posts in them hashtags and the recent posts in them hashtags. If you go over recent posts, you're going to see the ones that have come up recently, which means people are probably going to reply to you quicker because they're going to be active. Whereas the top posts, some of them might be, look, this one here is from 2 months ago. So the chances are they might not reply, they might do, but I just prefer to act more on recent ones and then occasionally have a little look in the top posts as well. So that's literally the layout of it. You can just scroll through and have a little look at them. Now the way these are set up, you can select hashtag groups. So I'm in the process of building more. Now for each client we have, we're going to be adding more on here as well. So select some popular ones, and then you can create your own ones per Instagram account or per thing you want to engage with. So for example, on my personal ones, I'm going to engage with slightly different ones to what I would engage with on my business account. On my personal account, I'm going to be engaging with other business owners, people in the business space, and not just necessarily focus on people who I could potentially sell my services to. It's more about my personal account building up them relationships and really networking. So that's how I use that. So I've got things like freelancer life, design your life, small business owner, women in business, and I literally go through and can then engage with them, and it just makes it so easy. And the fact you can just add more makes life a little bit easier as well. So the next page is explore. Now I don't use this one too much. It's pretty much the same explore feed that you get on Instagram. If you just want to engage with the top things in your explore page, then you can do that. I don't really use it because it's not very targeted. And then you can set targets. Now this is where you bring in your target. They call them collections or groups, whatever you want to call them. So if I'm working on my personal one, so Kelsey J, these are all the hashtags that I want to engage with. I could add locations and I could add profiles as well. Typically I just focus more on the hashtags, but I think for my business one, yeah, I've got a couple of other social media managers who I like to engage with their content, because their content, one, keeps me up to date, and I'm building quite strong relationships with these people as well, which is really nice. So if you're within your business, if there's accounts that you want to make sure you're not missing any of their posts, then this is a great way to make sure you do it. Because when I'm on targets, if I up here, I can click the profiles and it will bring up these people as well. This will be content that they've liked as well, and that kind of thing. You can then get a sense of your activity. Now this is one of my favourite things, because it means that you can see who your latest followers are, who I've followed recently, what you're doing today. So this is my percentage of today. Obviously I've not done it yet, but you can over time do this, so you can see what you've done overall for this account. So overall, this is how many comments I've left using the platform, how many likes I've left. This shows my follower activity. This is who you follow, not users that follow you. So this is everyone that we follow. So when we first started, I think it was here, yes, 10th of Jan, 350, and it's gradually gone up. So we've pretty much doubled who we follow because we've found more accounts on here, which is obviously really good. It is really important though with your Instagram account, so just go through, and if you've not got followers who you engage with or who would be potential customers or whatever, you unfollow them. They could become ghost followers and things like that, and it messes up your engagement, which I think is on here why our percentage of engagement looks a little bit low. Now this is from what people have engaged with based off $80 as well. So I'm not quite sure how this statistic works, because on my Planoly dashboard, just to show you so you've got a bit of an idea of the engagement stuff, which is why I'm trying to figure out that side, is the engagement on here I think is just under 20%. So if anyone knows that about $80, then please do let me know. Yeah, engagement rate 19.31. So I'm not quite sure. I mean, it's increasing, so I'm not going to moan about that, but I think maybe that needs a little bit more time to figure that side of things out. This will then give you your progress. So one thing I absolutely love about $80 is that it's a strategy already made for you. So it will keep track of how many people you've engaged with, and then when you hit that 90, you've done the whole strategy for the day. So in essence, what you want to be doing is doing that every day. And it can take time. I mean, for me, it takes about an hour, maybe a little bit less sometimes. But because you've got to really sit there and you want to leave engaging comments, you don't just want to copy and paste things, you don't want to leave emojis, it does take time. And in that time, I'm then replying to people as well, which is why I dedicate an hour to it. I just schedule that into my diary and just do it Monday to Friday, and then on the weekend I'll do it as well. Which means this is one thing that I know people struggle with in terms of engagement. So this does make it easier, but you still have to put in the work. Now, I know a lot of people were a bit umming and ahhing about this, but it went a bit viral on TikTok, I think, a couple of weeks ago, maybe about a month ago now. And everyone was like, no, it's not going to work because it's like a bot, it's like bot accounts again, it's not real engagement, but actually it's legit engagement. You're physically doing the engagement, which Instagram will obviously like. What I would say is I haven't seen statistics on if this harms your engagement in that sense, because you're technically doing it for a third party, which sometimes Instagram doesn't like. But what I would say is, as long as you're not just relying on this just to do all of your engagement, you're still going onto the app and replying to comments and commenting through the app as well, then I think you'll still be on their good side. That's the way I'm looking at it for now. There's not been anything that's come out about it yet, and I'm sure if Instagram has a problem with it, they will put posts out like they did about Reels and TikTok and not being able to use them. So yeah, definitely bear that in mind. What I'd do is just reply to my comments. So after I've left the initial comment, I'll go back in on my phone and then sit and engage with my comments, the replies through that way, and that just really works for me. In that sense, what I'm going to do is just show you some of the ways that I can go through and kind of engage with these comments and leave the comments on the posts. So this one is definitely one that I like, the small business one, because it brings out obviously businesses. And if there's a post that catches my eye, sometimes I'll click and go through them all, but other times I won't. Now, this is definitely a business, so sometimes what I'll do is go through, check the account out, see if it's someone who might be interested in our product or service. This is definitely an account that we'd definitely work with. So what I'll do is I'll go back on here, I will leave a comment. So if there's like a question I might want to ask, it might be like, for me, I'd say like, how much are these? Question mark. Now that is then going to force that business to reply to me, and they might say, oh, our prices are on our website, or our prices are on our highlight, which is great. I can then reply, thank you so much. I can comment on another one, and then I can maybe keep that conversation going. I can take to the DMs or whatever. That way then they know who I am. What I'll do is I'll go through and like a couple more of their pictures, and this is sometimes the point where I'll go up here and see, this is so cute. Wow, they've posted a lot in 2 days. They're quite active on their posting. So I'll go through and just leave a few more likes and potentially drop a little follow as well. So I'll do that on accounts who I think would be interested in our service, just to make it a little bit easier. Now, one thing you have got on here is automated ones. Now these, literally any comment you leave got saved on here, so you resave it and recomment it. I've not done this before, because I don't really see the point in using the same comment on someone else's post, but I mean, you could definitely try it. I just think it perhaps doesn't feel so organic and natural, but definitely worth a try. It's definitely a good way to go through and just like and engage with other posts. What I definitely say is read through the comment, and if there's something you can reply to with the comment, then do that as well. So yeah, that's just an example, brief overview of how you can use the platform. So you want to make sure that you've got the right followers on your account, and this ultimately will be as an effect of your engagement. So using a platform like $80, you have full control over who you're engaging with, and it means that you can attract the right type of people and the people you want to come to your account through that software. One thing I would say is you're going to want to think quality over quantity, and I know people talk about this all the time for a variety of different things, but when it comes to your followers, this is so important. If people follow you who are just not interested in what you've got to say, what you've got to talk about, they don't engage with your content, then they're not worth a follow, because the chances are they won't convert to a customer or a client of yours. So you want to make sure that you're engaging with the right people who are going to be interested in your product or service. Now that can be really hard to do, but if you've got a clear idea of your ideal customer or client, then you're already on the right tracks to doing so. So let's talk about some reasons why hashtags are good for your Instagram account and how they're really going to help you. So to start with, they help you find new audiences that you might not have found anywhere else. So these can be audiences that are going to engage with your content and follow you as well. They can be your ideal audience and also people in your niche as well, who you want to connect with and engage with. Ideally, you want to be spending the majority of your time with your engagement on people who are going to buy your product or service, because this means that as a result, they're going to be interested in your content and in your product or service, and likely buy from you somewhere down the line. Also, hashtags give you the opportunity to be discovered by your ideal client and also other people who want to interact with your account. So if you're using hashtags, you have the opportunity to be found and discovered, which ultimately is one of the best things about Instagram and social media in general, is that you can be discovered and found with the likes of hashtags and things like that, because they are so discoverable when people are searching and when you use the right ones. So it's all very well knowing that you can use a platform like $80, but if you don't know the initial hashtags that you need to use, then how are you going to even start? Let's take a look at some of the things you can use and how you can use the right hashtags on $80 and on social media in general. Now, you're not going to want to use the same hashtags all of the time. You want to switch them up, and for different types of content on your account, have different hashtag groups. They want to be related to your niche and your business and things that your clients and customers are searching for. Now, for me, I know that when I use specific hashtags, my clients are more likely to find me. If I use general things like social media manager, sometimes people might search for that, but it's very rare. People that I get when I use hashtags like that are other social media managers. So if you're using small business owner, but you're wanting to attract customers, then customers probably won't be using that. So you're going to want to think what that customer is searching for. Let's take an example. If you're a scrunchie business, it might be super soft scrunchie based, or large scrunchie for your hair, or something like that, which people are searching because they want to buy a scrunchie, and yours will come up. You could also use location based hashtags as well and engage with them. Things like if you're a bricks and mortar store, you've got a restaurant or something like that, and you're based in a particular area, you're going to want to engage with people who have been to that area, because the chances are they'll be coming back to that area if they've already been there once, and then they're likely to be aware of your store or restaurant or whatever it is you've got in that physical location. If there's specific niches, so if you are in, let's say for example, the food and beverage industry, and your speciality is gin drinks, then you're going to be wanting to focus more on gin than just alcohol in general, and really niche it down that way, so people are not just searching for alcohol, they're searching for specific gins. There might be specific flavors gins that they're looking for, so you can engage with people who are using them hashtags as well, and then you can use them also on your content. Now that is just a brief overview of hashtags. Now hashtags are so detailed and there's a lot to learn. So I did do a mini training on hashtags on the Catching Creatives Instagram account. If you head to the highlight section, it is there. There's one before it, but you'll be able to just click through and you'll be able to find it. And that just gives you a bit more detail on hashtags in general. But I can do a more detailed video here on YouTube if there's something you're interested in. Just let me know in the comments below. So we spoke about hashtags. Now, that important thing of the actual engagement is the comment. Now I did touch upon the fact that you don't just want to be leaving emojis, you want to be leaving comments that are going to spark conversation, because ultimately that's what you want to do. So what I would say is that if you read the caption and they might ask you a question, they might say comment your favourite scent below, something like that. You can physically comment and reply to what they've asked you to say, and then you could lead in with a comment that might be something that they would reply to. So it could be like, what's your favourite scent? And you say something sweet, and then you could say, what scents have you got available in this? And then they're going to reply something else. That's good for their post because it's building up the comments on their post, but you're actually building that relationship and conversation with them, which is really great and what we want to be doing. If you can always link it back to a question, then definitely do that, but make sure it's something meaningful. Don't just say this is like a little heart I love. Like, it's got to be a little bit more detailed, even if it is like love this color top, because then it's not generic and you're actually applying to the physical item on that post, or something you're applying to something they've actually said in the caption. It looks more real and authentic and will generally spark more of a conversation doing that. So I feel like that was a lot of information. It was a lot of information when I first started learning about $80, but since I've brought it into my Instagram account and started using it, I'm so happy with the results. And if you are interested, like I said, hit the link in the description box to go and check it out and see what you think. And if you have used it, do let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts are on it, how you're finding navigating it and using it daily, or if you're using it a couple times a week, or however you're using it. I'd love to find out in the comments below. But if this has been helpful for you and you've liked this video in any way, please give it a big thumbs up and remember to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any more of my content. I do upload twice a week. You get 2 lots of content in your subscription box, all about social media marketing tips and how you can really grow your business using your online presence. If that is something you're interested in, then I hope you stick around, and I'll see you in the next one.